Now get ready to watch this drive, fella.
Finally, we have another golf enthusiast in this VCA. Now, those liberals can get absolutely obliterated by real golfers like us.
I ain't doubting George's skill, but you are a whole nother story, Trump. First, prove yourself on the course and start winning some games. Then you can talk shit about us, but until then, just shut your trap and carry on with the game, man.
Don't know about the specific statistics, but I watched that Christmas game, and it's been brutal to see both Joe and Obama get first place and you being miles behind them. For someone playing the game so much, you would expect to at least be competitive. And by the way, I'm still waiting for you two to settle the draw. You can't just leave it like that.
I know. I already told Barry that we should settle it in water polo, but he insists that we settle it in NBA 2K.
Obviously he did, to no one's surprise.
Okay, funny, man. Then what is your suggestion? Go on, don't be shy.
As much as it hurts my golden American heart, FIFA did pretty well on our channel. And ever since that little guy Messi came to MLS, Americans have been crazy about it, so we might as well just do it that way.
All right, seems like I'm not so rusty after all, but really? You want to put them up against each other in that game again? Don't you remember how much Obama got plowed by Joey in Oval Office Cup? It seems like a very one-sided way to settle it.
Of course it is, but never mind that. What I was trying to say is that Obama got also railed by Joey in NBA 2K, so what is your point? Obama just sucks donkey ass in games, but we can give him a chance in soccer. We might give him the best team in the world.
That's Real Madrid or what? I don't really follow soccer, so I don't know who is the best right now. I mean, I could play Barcelona, but with Messi in it, it could work out.
You stupid. The best team in the world is, of course, Manchester United. Barron likes Arsenal, but that little shit still has a lot to learn about in-world.
Because your son, Barron, is a massive fan of my football team in London,
true.
Arsenal.
States,
Are you an Arsenal fan too?
Not particularly, no. But
don't kill the dream, Mr. President.
I have a friend who owns Manchester United, so I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but that's okay.
Not going to lie, that is so cool to be saying around that you have a friend which casually owns something that's worth a couple of $1 billion. But haven't they been going through bad times recently? Whenever I hear something about Premier League, I always hear they are making fun about Manchester United, and I always hear songs and praises about Real Madrid. So I don't know if you are correct on this one.
Joe, stop throwing those bangers around because it's getting real now. And so what if they are going through some rough times? Every great product has its worst times. Just look at me. I'm the greatest person in history, aside from Jesus, of course. But that's besides the point. This sleepy fuck that just shoot a hole-in-one took away 4 years of presidency from me that I had to wait out, and that was the worst time of my life. But now my wealth has tripled and I became the most important person of centuries, so that's exactly what will happen with Manchester United. They will rise just like me and conquer the football world. Well, that's until Barron comes into Arsenal, because they already know they are about to get fucked when Trump is in their way.
And so does Stormy Daniels.
So what if she does? At least I banged some hot chick, unlike you. You have a clapped old ass, rickety ass, wrinkly Jill. Barack is with a man, and George has yet another old lady.
Now what the hell did you just call me? Are you really gonna let him talk that stuff about your wife, George Walker Bush?
I'm not that old yet. It's only Joey who is 800 years old.
Come on, man, I didn't even do nothing.
The last guy who called me a man is now sleeping on the couch and had passed out after I choked him up.
I already said I am sorry. Mike, please don't beat me up again.
What are you doing here, sweetie? I thought you were still at our ranch.
What the hell are you doing here? I don't remember letting you in my house.
Hey, don't talk like that to my wife, you tangerine-looking ass.
We are wives of past presidents. Do you think Secret Service wouldn't let us in? Anyway, we were here, get a coffee with Melania and gossip a bit, but we overheard the loud noises from this room, and this is what we heard when we came here.
It's not our fault that Trump is a fat fuck with no respect for anyone else but him.
Now leave this room. We are playing an important game right now. It's a game of honor and pride.
Of course. You know, we and Melania were planning to bake a cake for you guys to eat with us after playing, but now you are definitely not getting a single bite.
What? Why didn't you tell us earlier? I'm sorry, I apologize to you all.
Do you have no shame, you hypocritical, tweaking, fat sack of shit?
We'll think about it. Now, come on, ladies. We still haven't finished that crossword on today's paper.
That was unexpected. I thought Jill was out to buy some groceries.
I think we were fucked, guys. Well, not as fucked as Barack, after Michelle caught him lacking with Jennifer Aniston, but still, I need this cake.
Come on, dude, don't bring it up in here. It's not the right time or place, and I did not have any sexual relations with that woman.
Yeah, sure, bud. I don't blame you. Jen is a certified baddie, and you are married to a man for the past 30 years. I would do the same, Bomberman.
I don't know, that whole Friends show is unfunny. And I never understand what is going on. I prefer Penny from Big Bang Bazinga. She is way funnier and pretty than that boring Genula Pesbariston, or whatever the hell her name was.
Man, I don't understand it. How can you play so well to be winning the game all while speaking such mumbo jumbo out of your mouth? You got to have a Neuralink or whatever the shit from Elon Musk to control your hands, because there is no way in hell your demented mind is actually doing that by yourself.
Hell no, dude. Elon would never help that goofy ass dude. For one, he is my homeboy, and he also used to tweet shit daily on Biden when he was still in office.
Well, what the hell? My ball is already in the hole. Why is it still jumping?
Oh yeah, it happened to us already once. It's because there is water in this hole. So every click also affects every ball in the water for some reason. But don't worry, your score will not be affected by it. It will just be bouncing like that every click until we end this hole.
Aha, I jumped out of the hole.
It's usually the opposite way for me, but that's just me, you know?
We get it, you blob. At least we don't have to pay for that, and we don't have to air kiss our wives like you do. Imagine your wife not wanting to kiss you on the lips, even on the presidential inauguration. Now, that's just ridiculous.
What is even more ridiculous is the fact that Joey is like 3 handicap already. Now I'm starting to believe that he got his handicap down to a 6, just like he said back at the debate in June.
That is the biggest lie of all. Joe, I've seen your swing. I know your swing.
I still can't believe those two dinosaurs turned an actual presidential debate into an old man banter about their golf handicaps. Now, don't get me wrong, I enjoy golf as much as the next guy, but that was most definitely not the right place or time to discuss that.
You're just a month younger than me, Towers, so don't try to be all young and hip, because you will just end up being like Joe.
And we all know nobody wants that.
What the flippity frick, man? I thought we were friends.
Don't worry, Joe. All the libtards are like that. But don't worry, I will never do you like that, my brother.
Okay, now what the fuck is this? Is this the National Gaslight a Motherfucker Day? You literally started it?
I never said being Joe is a bad thing, which didn't mean I didn't mean it, but it also didn't mean I didn't mean it. So in fact, it did mean that I did mean it. But I not necessarily did.
The fuck?
Listen, man, I don't know myself. This shit sometimes just rolls off my tongue. Shit, call me Robert Downey Jr. the way I am freestyling these cold-ass lines.
Yes. Now, this is a tactic I am a big fan of. To confuse your enemy, you must confuse yourself first. Sun Tzu, The Art of War, page 46.
Did you just quoted a book? I thought the only things you read is very specific fanfics about us and hentai subtitles. What the fuck?
Leave it to Donald to get intimidated whenever someone mentions a book. You are really something else. Did you ever read a book in your life?
Nah, bro, I can't be bothered to waste my time on reading some book like a nerd. Why would I, when I can make massive bands upon bands instead of doing it? Why would you even read a book when there are movies about all the big books and they convey the entire story? Why would I read the entire Hobbit book and spend 50 hours on it when I can just boot up Netflix or whatever streaming service it is on and watch it in 3 hours while I doom scroll my TikTok? By the way, how dare you fucking ban my doom scroll ass, you fossil? I had some trouble getting it back up and running in here, and you know I can't open Instagram Reels in public because it's pretty much a Call of Duty voice chat back in 2009 on Xbox Live. So
wait a moment. Did you just say, how dare you ban my doom scroll ass?
Yeah, I did. So what? Everyone misspeaks once in a while. I wanted to say app, but I replaced P with S on accident.
I think it'll be for the best if we just cut it here.
Big Papa Joey up for the win.
I gotta say, your start to this game was pretty impressive, but I don't think you will be able to keep up this level until the end of the game.
Of course he won't. Sleepy Joe will fall asleep halfway through the Met.
Oh, wow. I haven't heard that name for a while. You haven't called me Sleepy Joe for like, I don't know, 3 years? I don't even remember.
Absolutely no surprises there from this demented freak.
And who in the world flagged this hole as par 4, and I am literally set to do it in 2. And I didn't even do much of a scouting,
Now watch
but
this
just
drive.
went with the flow.
What the hell was that, Bush? You ain't never beaten the TISM allegations.
Does he even have any? I ain't never heard someone accusing Georgie of being acoustic. In fact, I think you're the mustarded one in our group, and I ain't talking yellow.
In case of Donnie, it's more orange than anything.
What?
You both stopped developing brain after turning 5, and your only 2 brain cells are, playing a never-ending game of hide and seek, except they both are hiding from each other.
Dan, that's a lot of words. But look, I'm better than Trump because I actually bounced off this log and went ahead instead of getting fully stopped by it. Looks like someone will be losing some more shots.
Yes, but you always could have done better. You could get it in 2 shots, only like I did, and you would be leading some more.
La la la, I'm still better than Trump Rump with that fat, good, old stacked dump.
Well, at least we're all better than Mr. Towers over there in the back.
Yeah, keep talking, Fatso, and we'll see where you end up on the scoreboard.
Definitely not on the bottom, as that's the place reserved just for you, Jenga Master. The only thing that feels off is that there is a certain old hag with just 1 move less in front of me, and I'm going to change it real fast and become the winner of this game.
Jenga Master? Really? You're about as original as Pepsi-Cola with your insults.
Hey, don't you disrespect Pepsi. It's definitely better than Coca-Cola, and don't even get me started on that goofy-ass Dr. Pepper. I tried to drink it to cure my HIV and herpes, and it didn't help. That's why I became a president, just for the free health care and all the classified treatments available only in the White House.
Coke is the best, and you can't deny it. Whether you're talking about drink or powder.
That is just not true. While I agree that the powder form is goated, there is no denying that Pepsi just clears every other soda, and especially Coke. When I crack open a Coke can and take a small sip, I instantly get my nasal passages ran through harder than Riley Reid when Mandingo's around. You just explode with all that carbonation in there. But after 10 minutes pass and you haven't finished it, it turns completely flat and it's terrible. And Pepsi just stays perfectly carbonated all the way through, doesn't destroy your nostrils instantly. Only thing I can agree on is that sugar-free Coke is miles better than Diet Pepsi. Diet Pepsi feels like a generic brand soda, but the original is the best, and I'm not a diabetic ass. 2,000-pound, physically challenged person like Donald, so sugar is no enemy of mine. And I down about 10 cans each day.
Oh my God, Joe, do you even realize how much sugar is in 1 can?
I don't know, a pinch and a half?
Oh wow, you weren't even virtually close. Okay, so the daily sugar limit for adult mun by FDA is somewhere around 40 to 50 grams, and 1 classic can of original Pepsi-Cola has 40, so 1 can is 40 grams, and times 10, it's almost a pound of added sugar per day. Joe, how the hell are you even still alive after spiking your blood with pound of sugar per day from Pepsi alone?
I'm just built different, Brody. Don't know what to tell you.
Well, Don is a man of many powers, so I am probably resistant to diabetes too. I just prefer Diet Coke because it tastes better than OG Coke or Coke Zero. It just has it all. No Coke Zero tanginess and no overcarbonation of original Coke. I heard that Bush also fucks with Diet Cola.
I was a huge fan of Diet Pepsi Cherry, but sadly it got discontinued. And then I tried out Pepsi Zero Cherry that was there to replace it, and it just didn't taste the same. It was really a disappointment. Not as much as Hunter is to Biden, but I wouldn't pick it before whiskey.
Would you fuck off, man? Hunter is a cool-ass kid that has all the baddies, and all the cool kids fuck with him too, and he throws the most lit parties with them and pulls off the best devious licks you ever heard of.
What the hell was that noise at the end? And no, just no, Joey, Hunter is 54 years old, so he is by no means a kid. He throws crack parties, and you even told us that multiple times in the recent past, is guilty of multiple charges of tax evasion, gun possession, and abusing drugs. And what are those devious licks you are talking about? Robbing a convenience store? For legal reasons, that's a joke, of course.
You're a pussy, Barry. If you're gonna say something, then say that shit with your chest and be your own fucking best friend. I mean, say that shit with your chest. Yeah, sorry, it just slipped out.
Oh yeah, I love Selena Gomez.
Our big macho man Trump listens to Ariana Grande? Huh, who would have thought? Hold up. I'm gonna call her because she has some beef with your anti-trans agenda about 2 genders.
That's fake news. I don't listen to that screeching, vile, anorexic Mariah Carey wannabe?
Is that so? Well, fuck you, you obese orange Cheeto puff pig. Let's be very clear. Queer and trans people were here before Donald Trump and will continue to be here after he's dead, hopefully soon enough.
What
Whether
the
or not you
hell?
want them to exist is secondary to the simple fact that they do. The sun does not care if you sing an executive order telling it to stop rising each morning. It just continues to rise.
What the fuck does that even mean?
I think she just recited whatever she posted on her IG stories after your inauguration speech, aside from that insult at the beginning. And I agree with her.
Can we take a moment to appreciate how close this game is? All the 4 places in scoreboard are separated by a single point each. Now that is a competitive match if I've seen one.
Those 2 liberal fuck-ups decided to change it, so who knows how it will look after this hole. One thing I know is that I will be on top because I don't have the Joe's amazing ability to fuck up the best run in Golf with Your Friends history in such a dumbass fashion.
This can't be real, right? I landed literally right next to the hole and it teleported me back to spawn. Whatever the developers are smoking, I hope it's the driest and non-THC strain of Mary Jane for that stupid ass bug in this shit game.
Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I think whenever you touch the surface out of the bounds, it qualifies as a foul shot and you are teleported to the last place your ball was in and you bounced off the surface. That was out of bounds, so you got simply respawned.
You know what? This analyst has some logic behind it, so I can see it as an answer, I suppose. That doesn't change the fact that I am pissed as hell.
Are you? I thought you were not that old yet. If you want, you can borrow some of my diapers. They should be in Jill's purse on the kitchen table.
That's not what I said. Never mind, just keep on playing.
And so I will get the, oh, what the fuck is that about? That's just blatantly rigged.
It isn't. It's just you that's shit at the game, you blob of a man.
I got to admit, Joe really pulled off a miracle to not get completely overtaken by everybody. But I don't know what the fuck Obama been smoking on to completely destroy any chances of getting a serious place by wise and careful shots.
Man, shut your goofy ass up and pipe down. You always are the one to be talking the most shit, and at the end, you are either on the complete bottom or in the second place. Those who talk the most shit don't win shit. Don't you know that?
I wouldn't say that, Barry, because how would you explain 2016 and 2024 elections then? He talked as much shit as Kamala when I annoy her and she scolds me in the White Room.
Jesus almighty, I almost forgot about this entire White Room thing. Was it that secret room where she tortured you for every single gaffe you made, but you secretly liked it because for some weird-ass, kinky reason, and that's why you kept stumbling more and more every speech, even to the point of shitting yourself during D-Day remembrance event in France?
Distinguished guests, please welcome the Honorable Lloyd J. Austin.
So that was the reason for all the stare and bike incidents, and that's why you left our country in shambles, to satisfy your perverted fantasies. Jesus Christ, Joey, we really need to put you in some psych ward, ASAP. And I ain't talking Rocky.
You're stupid, George, and you fucked up my shot too. Golfing etiquette is a thing, my dude.
Golfing etiquette applies to the real deal, and this is mini golf.
Nuh-uh, this is putt-putt golf.
That's the same thing, you brain-dead zombie. I wonder if it's better to send it full force or to let it drop down. I think dropping it down a floor will close the distance between me and hole.
Yep, you're definitely closer now. And who is smarter now, Donnie, you fat fuck?
Jesus, Joe, calm down, would you? It's just a game.
Let him be mad and let him stay mad. Maybe he will finally drop dead from heart attack or brain aneurysm, and then I will win it easy with no sweat on my back.
Nigga, you're so fat you would have sweat on your back naked in Alaska. You generate so much heat that you can replace Earth's core.
I mean, that is true. Have you heard my albums? I could power a goddamn city with that heat.
Wish death upon me. Everyone saying Russia, Russia, Russia. Fake news, no wonder no one trusts you. I don't bail, I won't see inside of cells.
Don't play dumb, you goddamned hippo. You know damn well what I meant.
Nice drive, W.
Thank you,
And
partner.
calling Donnie a hippo is a disservice to those animals. They are among the most dangerous animals on the earth. And they are built up mostly from muscle, which we all know Donnie isn't. The only thing common among them is very thick skin, since Donnie tanked a damn bullet and fist pumped his way out.
I don't get it. You are completely gone for like 90% of the time, but then you randomly get hyper intelligent for the most useless arguments ever? Like I just called him a hippo because they look fat.
I don't know. Sure, they can crush watermelons with their bite force, but can they crush a watermelon with a chokehold? If not, then they don't have enough aura to be compared to the mighty Don.
Not you again with this chokehold bullshit. Donald, your chokehold isn't some Kamehameha ultimate form, ultimate move that decimates everything in its way. It's a sloppily executed chokehold that works only because you always end up falling on the person you target, and that's what chokes them out, not the chokehold in itself.
That's what the fake news media wants you to think? I just do this to be more effective with less effort, because my ops always have their sights on me, and I can't be caught lacking in any moment at all.
Your ops? Bro, those guys were just a couple of psychos that tried to off you because of upcoming elections. Now, one is 6 feet under, and the second one is waiting for his trial still, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, Holter Holly is now fired, and Secret Service is on their A game right now, since you are not the literal opponent of current president, but the commander-in-chief himself. I swear, those guys are like super soldiers. One time I slipped and was about to hit my head on the kitchen counter, but out of nowhere, this tall-ass dude just picked me up, and I am pretty sure I owe my life to him. I hope Patrick is still around here somewhere, but I've seen him recently.
Whatever. Become a member by clicking the join button and see you next video, peasants.
I just noticed how balanced this game is. There is a Democrat on the top and on the bottom, and 2 Republicans are perfectly in the middle with the same amount of points.
You're just saying that because you want to feel better about your 39 shots, don't you?
Well, maybe. Look, we have proved multiple times already how unpredictable this game is. How many times have someone come back from the dog bottom of the barrel to the second place or even top?
What is even that question? Do you want me to remember all of our 1.5-year-long series or carry around a folder with all the details about it? Get out of here with that malarkey, dude.
Hey, that's Biden word, and I never gave you permission to say it.
Joe, just because a word originated from Irish, it doesn't mean only you can say it.
What? But I made up that word. It's literally mine.
No, it isn't, you fuckwit. It got popular 20 years before you even got born. At least according to official papers, because in reality you are at least 300 years old.
And that's a low ball too.
Stop bullying me, you guys. You make me remember about the bullies that stole my lunch money every other day and calling me a bunch of different slurs just because I wore a t-shirt with Winnie the Pooh on it.
Damn! Those elementary school kids were ruthless back in the day. Now, the parents would sue the school and those kids would get kicked out immediately, as they should. But it's fault of their parents, though, because kids are kind of like a sponge. They just absorb all the patterns from their environment.
Kids? No. I'm talking about my college years in Delaware. What made you think the elementary school kids would call me a bunch of slurs? Dude, get your brain in the right place.
You wore a Winnie the Pooh t-shirt in your college days?
Yeah, they were right for beating you up. Unfortunately enough, you are Ike repellent. You are resistant to being a normal fucking human. And you are everything a person shouldn't be.
And you, along with George, are everything a golfer shouldn't be. What the hell were those shots?
They were nothing yet.
They were what?
They were none of your fucking business, Sir Miss Lot. If you're gonna serve some insults, you need to at least not suck absolute ass at the game. And you are miles behind us. I guess they were right when they said they hate us because their anus.
Yeah, and we all are getting beaten by a guy wearing Winnie the Pooh merch in his college days. Who the hell are you to decide who is bad and who is good at the game?
Temporarily, Brock, temporarily. Just trust the process.
You don't present a strong enough case in this hole that I can tell you.
But some strong cases were presented against him in court a year ago. Ha ha ha.
This whole trial was fake news and election interference, and the whole world could see it. Finally, the people opened their eyes and chose someone that was set up to lose in every single way. They tried to cancel me, then they tried to send me to rotten jail, and then they tried to crop me, but I won. That's how it works.
Shut your goofy ass up already. You just keep yabbering on and on like, stop it. Yeah, yo, won. I'm happy for you, but stop crying like a little baby for things that didn't happen. Yes, some psycho tried to crop you, but you turned your head. Twitter is a private company, so they could ban anybody they pleased, and you can only blame yourself for that trial. You just could not mess with Stormy Daniels. But just have a peaceful and healthy relationship with Melania. What, Melania didn't want it with you because she was pregnant? Well, that's too damn bad. But to resort to a porn actress and then pay hundreds of $1,000s to keep it a secret? That's low even for someone like you, Trump.
Exactly. Joe Dog is never ashamed of his deeds and always let Jill know who I sleep with loud and proudly. But then she'd just say, "It's all okay, honey, now. Let's get you to bed." And sometimes I get really mad, so I get my brandy and...
You don't need to pay any hush money because people you sleep with are both unconscious, too young to be able to speak, or they are simply too ashamed of it so they never would spill it out. If you are a playboy like me, then it's hard for them to not boast about it.
That's what you say to yourself to cope with it? Well, I'm sorry to be the one breaking the news to you, but they just know you are loaded, so they sue you for some insane amount of money to drain your bank account, and it would be better if you lost this money. Even spending it all on designer clothes and supercars would be a better use than starting up multiple business ventures that all went bankrupt within a year.
And that's how I know I am dealing with a broke boy. Listen here, Abunga. In this business world, it's all about taking high risks. It's just like playing through a loss streak on League of Legends. You lose more and more, but then you lock the fuck in, and out of nowhere, you are suddenly in a promotion series to next rank. Higher the risk, higher the reward, buddy.
That example wasn't even close to what you were talking about, but I never get why all of rich guys use the same excuse for any failure. Higher the risk, higher the reward? That's textbook definition of gambling. Are we in such failed states that developers and entrepreneurs promote actual gambling as a way to success?
Of course. How do you think I made most of my money? I followed in the I followed in the footsteps of my idol XQC because I wanted to be rich like him, and I spend most of my presidential allowance in stake.com, and I'm still in talks with Kick CEO about a streaming contract with them. I sent him this channel as my portfolio, and he said that he will think about it if I invest at least 3 times the amount I already gambled on there. So I'm on my gambling grind.
No, Joe, stop it. That's how the Hollywood celebrity falls begin. Don't do it if you want to leave a good mark behind you. Also, think about your family.
Jill's net worth is $9 million, and that is without my assets. Hunter has a huge network of crack distribution, so he's also set, as he's a COO of the Cracky Boys Enterprises. And as for Ashley, ooh, I don't even know what she's doing, but she is just fine, as she didn't speak a word to me for 6 years, so she doesn't need any help.
What the hell? How did you do that sound with your mouth? It sounded like a goddamn steam train whistle. For a moment, I thought someone was playing Red Dead Redemption nearby because of that.
He just fell out of bounds. It's our time to shine, boys. Let's all focus and give it all in this hole to get the most out of his failure.
Y'all niggas are really praying for a homeboy downfall just to get a couple of points in that. That's tragic.
Nothing tragic about Biden falling down the drain as the game goes on. He is always losing his shit after cementing goes on for too long. See his performance in 2020 debate and compare that to the one in 2024. He just got bored because he got an attention span comparable to a young puppy with damn rabies.
That's kind of disturbing image to instill in someone's head, but strangely enough, I agree. But that doesn't change the fact that hoping for friends' downfall just to gain your own interest in the game is a real bitch move, and you both lost so much of my respect for this.
Oh no, I lost the respect from Barry the Bitch. What will I do now with my life after gaining this catastrophal information?
Honestly, it's my fault that I didn't gain any advantage on this hole. Go for the win, Trump. You're the only person that has a chance at beating Joe at this point.
Why are you cheering for Trump? What would be wrong with Joe winning this map?
Aside from yours truly, I was cheering for you, Barry, but between Trump and Joe, I just can't get myself to choose Joey, you know? It just wouldn't feel right to me after hearing some of his rants.
That's nice of you. Thanks. But I'm just bored of this map already, and I hope Joe will be able to keep it up just for a couple more minutes. He deserves this win for keeping his composure and not losing his shit from the sheer pressure he had on himself from 3 guys chasing him for majority of the game.
3 guys behind him, huh? But that's the usual Friday for him. No wonder he does so well now. It's like putting a fish in the ocean.
I cannot disclose whether those allegations are true or not, but what I can say is that being with Barry in the office for 8 years was a really unique and eye-opening experience.
I'm sure the eyes weren't the only holes being opened in there. This old fart must have took all the PEDs there are. This performance cannot be fucking real. Like, how the fuck he keeps one-upping everybody else every time he takes a shot?
It's especially crazy when you realize that Don is also putting out a very good game, as he is well on his way to finish with a 2-shot handicap, but Joe is just on another level tonight.
Oh, wow. I didn't even notice that. Thanks for the fun fact, G-Man.
Dude, don't even bring this name up in here. He, the one who shall not be named, scared me to the bones when I was a little kid, and I still have PTSD from him.
Okay, now you got me fucked up. Explain to me how the fuck did a character introduced in 1998 got you scared as a little kid when you were pushing your late 50s?
There are a few survivors of your personal Holocaust who would like the chance to meet the man responsible for the total annihilation of their race.
What?
I can't be sure when it comes down to Joe, but it sounds like some shit G-Man would say, so he was probably quoting him, but I didn't play the game in God knows how long.
Look who decided to show up at the last minute of the party. Nice try, Barry, but it's too late.
How many times do I have to repeat the same line to you, you fucking yeehaw maniac? Don't bring up his name in here. I don't want him to pop out from under the desk in the middle of the match.
Don't worry. The only one popping up from under the desk would be Monica Lewinsky, but Bill is not in here, so no one is hiding in there.
I just cannot help but to notice that our established best trick shotter is the only person left without a hole-in-one in this map. Yet, oh, how the tables have turned. But at least you are going for a handicap, so I still respect the level.
Fuck. We're almost at the end of the game and we didn't do a plug yet. You know, the badges and custom emojis are still there in the membership program. And we have some real cheap-ass options in there. And even the lowest tier for like $2 or something has all the emojis and badges included. So yeah, feel free to check it out if you have free $2 to spend a month. And if you cannot afford it, then close the YouTube app you are currently on and go earn some money, because what the fuck are you doing with your life if you don't have the financial freedom of $2 fucking a month?
We have literal teens watching this. How are they going to earn money? People don't have to pay us if they don't want to, even if they are millionaires. Why you're always so rude to our audience?
I see what he is doing. He's trying to develop Stockholm Syndrome in them, and I can respect it. I did the same in Jill, and those relationships are the best kind of relationships.
And Obama would definitely know a thing or two about it with his linebacker of a husband. Domestic violence in that household is going sicko mode.
The fuck? What did I do to you, motherfucker, to deserve this disrespect? You dish out these roasts on me on the daily basis? Like every day it's a hate on Obama day?
Just like you dished out those bombs to the orphans in Yemen.
Oh my God, Joe with absolutely no regard for human life with the tactical nuke?
Grow the hell up, you two. Y'all are acting like some damn toddlers, or worse.
If Trump grew up some more, he would look like Aunt Marge in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, after Harry inflated her ass.
Subscribe to Oval Office Gaming right now, or Barack will go get your oil with his drones.